Welcome to AppyJournal. Today we're going to be talking about updating your data frame or dataset based off a log or an updates log. A prime example of this, just in an explanation, is if you are working out in the field, or your team is working out in the field and they're collecting data from different communities. And this information that they're getting to you is being sent to you every single day. You are checking this data. Then in your checks, you are making sure that the data is consistent, it's correct. There are no obvious errors in it. If there are obvious errors, then you can flag it. You can send it back to the team, and they can provide a correction. So this is what an issues log is. So as an example, I'm going to go and give you here. So I'm going to be using the library tidyverse, data table, Habla, and read Excel. Okay. So let's open up DataFrame here. So we've got our ID for individuals. You've got sex, head of household, age, head of household, and number of children, just as a subset. A log would look like this. So for UUID 1, the old was male. We think that it should be female. The column name is sex, head of household, sex HOH. The reason is it's been stated that the head of household has given birth. This was updated by Steve and validated, right? So another example, number of children. This one says it's 22, but we've only got data. We don't have a data for 22 children. We only have 2 children in the data set, so likely a mistype. Ubuntu has stated that actually there's probably one more child, and that was due to the family not identifying the infant, the newborn infant, as a new part of the family or something like that. And it's these kind of obvious errors here, right? So how are we going to go and update this into this? So a good example, first thing we can go and do is we need to reshape the log, okay? And we can do that with a pivot wider. So let's do log1, log, and we're going to do pivot wider, and names from is column name. So column name. So if you're looking in the log, this is the column name that we're going to be looking at and what we're going to be wanting to update on. All right. So let's go back to this. And what do we want values from? So values from, and we want it from the new because we've got the old already in there. So we want these new ones. These new ones should be in there now. So after that, then we can just we can select out old, reason, don't need any of this, and updated by, so we don't need any of that. Okay, boom. So now we have our logs 1. Now we have number of children, so UUID by there, and we've got each of the columns, right? So this is a potential error that you're going to come into where we've got UUID 1, right? We don't want this to be separated. We want an amalgamation of all the errors in 1 to be in the UUID 1 section. Okay, so we just need to shimmy that up into here. So we need to fill that NA here with 4. Okay, so in this example, let's do log 2. Okay, so we're going to be using the data table. So set dt, it's the data table. So log1 is the thing we're going to be using. We're going to put this in a little bit of a function. So I'll apply it. We're going to do .sd, then function. Sorry, x unique. So unique na omit dot omit, and then we put x in there. And this should, that's over to there, so we need another one here. And then we want by, specifically, equals UID. I think that's right. So that goes to the start of there. Perfect. Okay, so log 2. Hopefully that will work. Log 2. Now we've got one less observation. And look, UID 1 here doesn't have the NA anymore. It's got 4. Perfect. Okay. Okay, that's really good. So now a lot of the time when you're trying to merge stuff together, there can be a lot of issues around the type or the class of each of the columns. So just a quick way to fix all of this is log, so log2 is a function that I use all the time. It's called retype. Retype, okay? And DataFrame, just make sure that's DataFrame retype. So boop, boop. Okay, cool. So now we can be pretty sure that everything's okay. So from this point on, we want to full join it. So let's do, yeah, let's just do DataFrame 2. Okay, full join it. DataFrame and log2. Boom. Okay, so now we've done that. So let's create a function to go and stick them all together. Okay. So next section, so function builds. So we're going to do na.omit.last. Okay. Function is x. So what we're going to be wanting to do is, so in our DataFrame 2, so in this first section here, because it's a replicate, we're going to be wanting to put this up there, okay? And take out any of the NAs inside it, all right? Or fill in the NAs in this section, right? Okay, so this function, let me think for a second. So it should be relatively, so x na dot omit x, then we want to do x last. Yes, from the data table, then x. Okay, boom, now we've got a function here. Okay, so this is for the columns not in DataFrame 1, right? Yeah. Okay, or just the not in first DataFrame, right? So let's go and create DataFrame A equals aggregates. We're going to go and aggregate all of this by UUID DataFrame 2, so the second DataFrame, and na dot omit and na omit na dot action is na dot pass. Okay, so we're gonna run that. Then we have same on this DataFrame A equals so DataFrame A open square brackets negative open bracket 1 and it's encol, I think so. Yeah, encol DataFrame. Right? Boom. DataFrame A dot frame. Okay, data frame. I want to lapply it, and data frame A as dot numeric. Okay, that should work. Oh, and as dot numeric. There we go. Okay, finally we got our data frame B. Okay, data frame B equals aggregate by a UUID data frame 2 open bracket comma 1 encall normal data frame in there. Then we want to pass the na emit last, na.emit last in our global environment, and oh, no, none of that. Na action is na.pass, so we want to pass it. So boop. When x is missing, whoopsie, should be a full stop. Oh no, no. UUID. There we go. Okay. Right then. And finally, just give me 1 sec. So if there are more columns in data frame, so if there are more in data frame 2, append data frame A. Okay, so if encall log 2 is greater than encall in the data frame, open little squiggly brackets, data frame 2 equals cbind, cbinds the data frame B and A. Data frame B and data frame A. Oh, no, haven't got to close those. Oh no, I didn't. It was closed. Oh no. Don't know what this is for. Okay, so close that. Else, sorry, forgetting a section here. Data frame 2 is data frame B. I think that should work. And else that. There we go. It's very pernickety about that, isn't it? Okay, and now in our data frame 2, no, everything's in there. I know this has been quite a lengthy video, but this has taken me such a long time to go and figure out. My understanding of the data table is not amazing, but and my explanation as such is probably not amazing either. But this will update based on your log, so hopefully you can go and nick this and make it work for you. So, hope that helped. Over and out.